We arrived to chapter 3. It's time to install programs on a FreeBSD system. There are two ways installing programs, and the first one, which I like, is an easy way, which is the PKG. The PKG is a package management utility, or a package management tool, we can call it. And the other way, which is a little bit more time consuming but gives a lot of flexibility, is the port collection. So what's the difference? To start with, in this video we will focus on using the PKG system. And the difference is that the PKG is simple because when we want to install something, it checks a remote repository. If it finds the package, it will download the package for us, it will install the package for us, and in case one package needed dependencies, it will download all the dependencies of that package need and install them as well. Dependencies are what it sounds like. Packages that are dependent, like one program can be dependent of many other programs. So dependencies are the connection between which program that program needs in order to work. The other thing, which is the port collection, on the other hand, doesn't do like PKG do, because PKG will download and fetch and download the binaries pre-compiled, which are already compiled on another machine, and we get the finished product, which downloads directly, installs, and the time saving there is that we don't need to compile or make any settings during compilation, because it's not compiled, it's already compiled and we get it ready. On the other hand, the port collection is like, imagine a big skeleton structure of folder where we have make files, and what this do is that we can search for one folder that is corresponding to what port we want to install. When we stand in that folder, we can run different commands, and it will download the source. It will build the file. It will download the source files. It will compile on our machine. So our machine is compiling a program. And compiling process, in case you're not familiar with programming, is when you turn source code into a program. And what's good with that then? Because that gives a lot of flexibility, because we can make some settings and adjustments, and it should give a slightly performance increase because it's compiled, optimized on the machine we are compiling it on. And don't think that we feel the difference, of course, because today we have so much hardware power that we don't really, I think we can measure some difference, but I don't think we can feel any difference, and I don't think it's always worth it, of course. I'm very lazy, so I like a lot the PKG system. It's really nice because I like to have things done very quick. Alright, I think describing ports will be difficult, and it's better to take the other video and show some examples how it works. And to start with, we are going to explore the PKG. So first of all, I'm not sure if I have installed anything on this machine with PKG before, because PKG is not installed on the computer when it's fresh installed. Instead, PKG will be downloaded on the first use to make sure that we get the latest PKG. So the package management system will download the first time and make sure that we get correct and the fresh one. You can try this by just typing PKG. In case you haven't downloaded it, this will ask you to install it then. And this is what happened, and it's because I thought I had installed something yet on this system, but I haven't, so I'm in the case of initializing it. So the first time it said package management tool is not yet installed on our system. Do you want to fetch and install it now? This will fetch, as it says, and download and install. What's good with this is, as I said, it makes sure that we get the absolute latest one, instead of having an old one on an installation disk. This will ensure that we have the up-to-date one. So remember that I'm not sure if you're having some mobile connection that will cost for your data, but this will of course download data, just so you know. But that's obvious because it's downloading, so I don't need to give any precautions about that, I guess. Alright, and however, who would put the mobile connection on on a FreeBSD machine? I'm sure it's wired up. I hope so, at least. Else it wouldn't be fun. So now the PKG tool is installed. If I type PKG, it will give them, as it did before, not enough arguments. So let's start with some simple examples. If I would like to, let's say that I want to program Python, I type Python. Oh, there is no interpreter on the system. Let's install it. PKG install Python. That command installs Python for us. And we are using the package management tool. So this will check the repository and fetch the and check which package that should be downloaded, what size will be downloaded of the package, and all that information. And we can continue by accepting later on. And as I told you, this will download pre-compiled. So we have binaries instead of getting source code and compiling it ourselves, and this saves us a lot of time. So let's see when we hit the... Okay, there we are. So this is for our information that new package to be installed, Python 27, and blah blah blah, and all these things. This will require 64 megabyte more space. 10 megabyte will be downloaded. And then we just select yes here, of course, if we want to download and install it. So this is how easy it is. The system will download for us, install it, and then we are ready actually. We don't need to do more than this. And what's good with PKG then? PKG, of course, isn't just making it simple to install programs for us. PKG also keeps tracks of all the package we install with it. So PKG, when it installs something or make any changes, it stores the settings in an SQLite database. This database on our system will then help us to keep the system nice and tidy, clean and everything. And I told you that it downloads things remotely there. It's also possible to have packages locally and to install them, but we will not cover that right now because I think mainly beginners will use this to install remote packages. Alright, so let's see here. Can I run Python now? Yes, I can. And very nice. And PKG did all this for us. Isn't that good? And you can install. So then to make an analyze here, PKG install Python, the package name, for example, there installs the package for us. If we want to check some information about the package, so let's say that we want to see all packages installed on our system. PKG info. Then we see all these packages are installed here. Let's say that I want to see some additional information about Python, for example. And let's see here, which one would it be? I think it will be that one, I guess. However, we can do like this: PKG info followed by the option F, then like this. Okay, let me just clear the screen first before I run it. If I do like this, it will display information about the package then. Then I can do like this, pipe more to be able to read from beginning. Okay, that was all on the screen. I thought it would be more information then. So that tells us about Python package. In case I want to see which dependencies a package have, I can show that I can use that with this information then. PKG info option D Python, and then we can see the package Python is dependent of these two packages. And if I do the same thing but the name of the other dependencies, let's say this one, Python 27 2.7.9, let's see if this works. And then we can see that that package also got dependencies as well. That's cool, right? And what if I want to show something before PKG info. And what I want to show you is that PKG here is the package management, the package manager. I mean, that's a package itself here. So let's say that I will uninstall everything except this one. I know that I installed Python, so let's delete Python. How do I do? PKG delete Python. Oh yeah, we're going to remove this package. It's this one. Cool. But that was not everything, of course. I was thinking, wait a bit, wasn't it much more to install and uninstall compared to what I installed? If I clear the screen and type PKG info, you can see that, wait a bit, there are way more packages here. Why? Welcome to the dependency problem, because the package was installed and it had dependencies. I told PKG to uninstall Python, and it did, of course. That's what I wanted. But the dependencies then, how do I clean them up? Because I don't want to have package on my system that I won't use. The good thing is that PKG have an option which makes a cleanup of unused dependencies then. So if we want to clean up all the dependencies that the system won't need, we can type PKG auto remove like this. If I run this command, it will tell that this is not used anymore. We can remove it. Do you want to remove it? I want to do it. Alright, so if I type PKG info again, and now it's clean. It's only the PKG package manager there, which should be there, of course. That's cool, huh? So now you see that this is an excellent way to keep track of everything in the system and to have it clean and to install things. If you want to install a program that have a crazy amount of dependency, just install Vim then. Vim have a lot of dependencies, as I know, if you just install the ordinary Vim, of course. And once again, I will install Python again to demonstrate some things for you. PKG install Python. So PKG has some wonderful features more than just installing, deleting and auto-removing things. One good thing is that we can check for known security issues on the ports installed, on the packages installed. I mean, to do that, you run PKG audit followed by F like this. Then it will fetch and check if we have anything installed that has any known vulnerabilities. It says no problems found. So everything seems okay there. In case you want to upgrade your programs that is installed, you can type PKG upgrade. And then it checks if everything's up to date. Your packages are up to date. That's cool, right? I have to say that I really love the PKG system. It's so well made. It's logic and it's fantastic and it's clean above all. Alright, I was pausing the video a bit there, and what I've done is that I ensured that I was installing Python again to have it installed. The last thing I want to show in this video is that we actually can create the packages which are already installed to create them locally. Let's do like this. I create a directory here, and in this directory I'm going to run a command. Then if I do like this, PKG create Python, I will create a package Python which is the one that is installed. So I look in this folder now, I can see this is the packages that are fetched and installed by the PKG tool. You can see Python txz there. In case that I want to create from everything on my computer which is installed on this one, let's remove this one. So then I do like this. Now this directory is empty. If I do pkg create a, it will create all the packages that are installed, and I will show you. The idea with this thing we can do is to create our own local repository of programs that are installed. There are some other programs that are better to use if we want to, not better, but there are some programs that we can use if we want to make this more in advance and to have our distribution of packages on a server. But this is one way we can do it. We also need to create another file then after this, which is we need to create a repository file also, of course. But this is okay for now. I'm going to show something very cool, but I don't recommend doing it because they were not getting, it was not going as I expected, of course, but I just want to show it anyway. If I look here now, you can see that all packages I have on my system is here. You can see PKG is also installed, also extracted as a package. PKG info. These are the ones installed, and here we have the ones that I was getting from the one installed. So we can create packages from what's installed on a computer. Really cool. And I would be able to install all of this with one command, which is pkg, but don't do this, please, because this, I don't think this is correct, so don't do it. I could install all of these packages by doing this. But I will come back later if I find some cool more things to do with packages that has been created. So you can explore a lot of fun things. Just make sure that you make backups of everything before you destroy anything. It's easy to ruin something when we elaborate with things. I think that was all the useful commands that you want to have when you work with the PKG system. And you see that it's a wonderful system that's very fast and you get the packages installed very easily. I think we take the last command here before we stop here. We can type pkg version. If we do this, it will check if all our packages are up to date. And if they are not, you can run the command I told before, pkg upgrade, which also checks if all programs are up to date and update them and ask if you want to update them if they are not up to date. Alright, so in the next video we will explore the more time-consuming port collection, which is a fantastic flexibility, and it's really awesome. I like it a lot. But this one we use now is way faster if you want to install things quickly. Alright, let's move to the other part then.